Hello, everyone. Welcome and get ready for an educative session as we are going to be doing a price action based technical analysis on the XAUUSD market structure as we get prepared for the new week. As always, I want to stress that this video is for educational purposes and not a financial advice. Remember, the forex market involves risk, so trade cautiously and consider consulting a professional financial advisor to assess the suitability of your situation before making any investment choices. In preparation for the upcoming week, I have conducted a comprehensive price action based technical analysis using simple parameters such as trend lines, key levels, and of course, chart patterns to gain valuable insight into the gold spot market structure. Last week's trading session set up offered fantastic opportunities, yielding over 500 pips from multiple entries. As you will see here, that most of the first half of last week was more of buying the XAUUSD. And not until the second half we begin to see the bears come in, and we, of course, took advantage of all of these moves. If you are willing to review this commentary for educational purposes, find the link in the description box below or at the top right hand side of your screen if you are watching from my YouTube channel. Now, with the groundwork laid, let's dive right into the business. So my first area is the daily time frame where I was able to confirm that we have been truly on a bullish momentum since the last quarter of last year. And to further emphasize the strength of the buyers in this particular market, I was able to identify a couple of trend lines, of course, after connecting the series of higher lows. And in fact, this one of the trend lines is going to be one of the parameters we are going to be using to guide our trading activity for this week. Now, in addition to the ascending trend line we identified, one of the things that you will notice here is that as soon as price action tested that high at a $2,078 level, we saw our price action nosedive to the downside, leading into a situation where in the last couple of months, price action has been confined within the 1,980 and the 1900 level to give us an insight into the level of indecision at this particular point in time. Now, in order to guide our trading activities for this week, we will need a key level. Though price action has been very bullish, but for the fact that price action dropped significantly in the last couple of months, we need to trade this environment with caution. So we have a key level here situated at the 1930, which of course I will be using to guide my trading activity for the upcoming week. And you know how we use our key level in this community. As long as price action remains above that key level, we want to look out for patterns and structures that will support the idea of buying. And not unless we have a breakdown of that key level can we start considering selling this asset. Now, with the situation we have here, you will see where price action is after the end of last week trading session. We saw our price action closed around that key level at the 1930. And one interesting thing about that structure is the fact that it also shares a beautiful confluence with that ascending trend line, giving us an insight into how crucial this current juncture the market is. Now, in addition to this scenario, we I'm beginning to see something that looks like a reversal pattern. Of course, if you consider what is going on here, look at what we have. If I give a visual representation, I think I saved something here Okay, here we go. So I could find what looks like a reversal pattern gradually unfolding in the form of an inverse head and shoulder. As you will see here, we have the head right here, and it appears the right shoulder is still going through a development phase. Now, with this situation here, are we going to have a situation where price would respect the ascending trend line one more time to incite another wave of bullish momentum where we could have a breakout of the potential neckline of that reversal pattern? That is, if this reversal pattern holds during the early hours of next week, or are we going to see a situation where price will drop below the 1930 and of course the ascending trend line to incite a sell-off in this particular market? Now, to have a better perspective into what is going on here and how to position ourselves ahead of the week, I was able to identify a simple setup that we are going to be using on the 4 hours and the 1 hour time frame. But before we scale down into these time frames, I would like us to take a quick look at the economic calendar to see what the majority in the market will be looking forward to give clues into where price action is likely going. And these fundamental factors often manifest on the chart in technical patterns and price movement. By monitoring the economic calendar, we can easily identify potential correlations between key economic releases and, of course, specific technical patterns. So, our center of focus on the economic calendar will be high impact event from the United States economic docket. So the first high impact event for the week is coming on Thursday, August 10th, and that is the Consumer Price Index, which is a measure of inflation impacting the purchasing power of consumers and influencing market expectations about central banks' policies and interest rates. Then on Friday we have the producer price index, which measures the changes in input prices for producers, impacting production costs, supply chain dynamics, and ultimately influencing consumer prices and inflation. Then on that same day, we have the Consumer Sentiment Index, which gauges consumer confidence, which has a direct impact on consumer spending and, of course, economic growth. So these are series of high impact events that everyone will be looking forward to. And of course, the anticipation of this event will reflect on the chart as price action. And as technical traders, what we are going to be doing now is to scale down into a much more lower time frame to see what structures to look out for to help us position ourselves ahead of the week. So on the 4 hours time frame, this was what I was able to come up with. So you see, we have an ascending trend line which further buttresses the bullish momentum we observed on the daily time frame, and the key level still remains intact. Now, if we zoom into this current structure and look at what happened here during the second half of last week, since Wednesday's trading session, we saw that despite the strong bearish momentum we witnessed last week, we saw here that as soon as price action got into that key level at the 1930 level, we begin to see buy pressure resume around that area, giving us a clue into a possible reversal pattern gradually unfolding beyond the scenes. Now, if price action does remain above this key level, I will have no other choice than to continue to look out for buying opportunity. And the only condition that will make me sell the XAUUSD this week is for price action to significantly drop both the key level and, of course, the ascending trend line, where continued selling pressure below that structure will welcome selling opportunities. Now, with a bullish perspective in mind, this is what I was able to see on the 1 hour time frame, something that looks like a reversal pattern. So look at what we have here. So as soon as price got into the 1930, we saw a couple of rejection of that level with this beautiful engulfing candle that broke out of that 1938 level, which can be considered to be the potential neckline of this reversal pattern. So, going into the new week right now, I would like to see price remain above the 1,938 to feel comfortable buying the XAUUSD, and a further breakout of the $1,946.50 level will welcome more opportunity to maximize the potential of this uptrend continuation. So these are my views here on the XAUUSD, but trust me, I will be with you in the comment section on Monday morning after monitoring our participant in the market will be reacting to this current structure during the early hours of the new week. If you have found this content helpful and useful in making your independent trading decision for the week, I would greatly appreciate your support by giving the video a thumbs up. Your likes are valuable to me, and in fact, it helps the algorithm promote the video to a wider audience of traders who may find this material beneficial. Thank you in advance for doing so. If you haven't already, I encourage you to follow me on this channel for more of this insightful content. By subscribing, you will always stay updated with the latest ideas I share and, of course, receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. See you in the comment section on Monday morning as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye bye.